Hi, my name is Arnold Stewart. I'm a student and I'm learning to read and write. And on the way there, I'm hoping to help other students to go down the right path and not the path that I took when I was young. I'm trying to talk to them about never giving up and always asking for help. Because when you ask for help, there is hope. And I hope I can make a difference in this world.
If you're new to our mission and you've never heard of Arnie Stewart before, the Arnie card was something that we dreamed up as a way to help students ask for help. The picture on the card is a picture I took of Arnie up in Cobalt, Ontario. Now that school bell was his actual bell that he used to ring to bring all the kids to school. And then as soon as all the kids got to school, Arnie would run off and play hooky. So this bell was really important to Arnie. When we found it out in the grass in front of the old school, as a monument, I thought, oh, Arnie, go stand with it. Go put your arms up on it and, look off in the distance to our future. So he went over there. He was just like a rock star. He just stood there, put his arms up and looked off camera. And he said to me, this wheel on here, it's kind of like the helm of a ship or the steering wheel of a ship. And it's the literacy ship. And I hope I'm steering it in the right direction. We took this picture and put it on these tiny little business card size pieces of paper, and we put the saying on the side, always ask for help. The saying comes directly from Arnie. He felt that the reason he never learned to read and write was because he was afraid to ask for help. If you don't ask for help, you don't get help. Also, Arnie used to say, if you ask one person and they can't get back to you, ask another and another and another until you get the help you need. And I think that's great advice. I mean, so it takes so much courage to ask somebody to help you, and when they turn you down, many times it'll stop you in your tracks and you'll never get the help you need. So he was right. Keep asking for help until you get it. Now, Arnie never believed in handouts. It wasn't, ask for a handout. It was ask for help with learning. Ask for help in the form of advice or, help us get out of the situation we're in or, it's all about community and it's about caring for one another. And that's what Arnie was all about. So I printed thousands of these cards. And I printed them up on stock paper, 9 to a sheet. And I would stay after work. I'd go down in the basement of the board office and I would cut these cards. And we call it a trading card because the purpose of it is when you get a card, you put your name on the back. If you need help, you turn in the card or you put the card on top of your desk. That way your teacher knows you need help and you don't have to go through any sort of humiliation or you don't have to have any real obstacles in your way of asking for help. And these cards and this mission, always ask for help, really applies in anywhere in your life. I mean, we think about young students, but it applies to teachers. When you start teaching and you think, if I ask for help, people are going to look down on me. They're going to think I don't know. And as a teacher, I'm supposed to know everything, right? Well, this card reminds you, always ask for help. Turn to the person next to you. Maybe they have strategies that you haven't thought of. We need to not only be brave enough to ask, but be empathetic and open enough to receive that request and act on it. So when someone asks you for help, you do your best to help or you find somebody else who can help that person. Also, asking for help is really good in businesses. Our dream was to train businesses to have more understanding, empathy, and have more strategies for helping adults with low literacy. How many clients are turned away because they can't read the form or they aren't spoken to with respect or they're being asked to read something in front of a business. So for instance, we went into a bank, and as soon as Arnie and I walked into the bank, the teller gave him a piece of paper and said, here you go, read this, sign it, and we'll do like a deposit or whatever into your account. And Arnie would always say, let me take it with me. Some people say, I don't have my glasses. Other people find other excuses not to read and write in front of a business, and sometimes they turn around and leave and never come back. What if businesses had an Arnie card in the window, and you had an Arnie card on you? Maybe we had them put on like macaroni and cheese boxes, or on the placemats at restaurants. There could be like an Arnie card that you can cut out and have. Anytime you come into a business that has an Arnie card poster in the window, they will understand you if you slide your card across the table, and they'll change the way they deal with you. So these Arnie cards were really powerful, and we felt like, handing these out to students would ask for help with academics, but what really happened was they were asking for help. Hey, I'm having trouble at home, or we're hungry, or I'm cutting my arms and I need to stop. Can you please help me? We also had adults, parents, come up to us after the speeches at the PTA meetings at night saying, I can't sign my name on the back of this card. I need your help. And when they asked us for help, we tried to pair them up with a tutor or just kind of move them to somebody that could help them. This was a huge mission that was tiny. I mean, look how small that card is. But it packs a great punch, it really mattered to people to have a card, not only with Arnie's picture on it, but to have that reminder, always ask for help. And we will continue to hand those out for as long as I'm able to, and hopefully they'll get picked up by somebody. But that'll be a huge part of our documentary, and I can't wait to see how many people still have their cards after all these years. I can't wait to see that. That's going to be an amazing moment in the documentary that we cannot plan for. There's no way we could plan for it. I'm super excited and just hopeful that there's at least one person who still has their card and still remembers what it means.